7 early signs of vitiligo you should know. By the time you notice a white patch, vitiligo has already been active for weeks, maybe months. Most people wait for the obvious sign. The problem is, the obvious sign isn't the first one. There are earlier clues, smaller ones, and almost nobody knows to look for them. The 7 signs. Here's what we're covering today. Sign 1. Faint pale areas, not bright white patches. Sign 2. Spots in friction areas, knuckles, elbows, underarms. Sign 3. Symmetrical patches, both hands, both knees. Sign 4. Premature white or gray hair, even in your eyebrows. Sign 5. Patches that sunburn easily, even with sunscreen. Sign 6. Mild itching before a patch even appears. And sign 7. Changes inside the mouth or nose. The one almost nobody checks. 7 signs. Most people only know about 1. Let's go through each one properly. Sign 1. Faint, pale areas, not bright white. Vitiligo rarely announces itself with a stark white patch. It usually starts with something much quieter. A faint area, slightly lighter than the skin around it. That's because melanocytes, the cells that give your skin its color, don't just switch off. They slow down first, producing less pigment before they stop producing it at all. So early vitiligo often looks less like a white patch and more like a pale shadow. Sign 2. Spots in friction areas. Sign 2 hides in plain sight. Vitiligo often shows up first in places that already get rubbed or pressed. Knuckles, elbows, underarms, the waistline. So when a pale patch appears there, most people blame their clothes or their skin rubbing, not a pigment condition. That one assumption is exactly why this sign gets missed so often. Sign 3. Symmetrical patches. Sign 3 isn't a single spot. It's a pattern. Vitiligo often shows up on both sides of the body at the same time. Both hands, both knees, both sides of the face. That symmetry matters. Random skin discoloration usually doesn't mirror itself. Vitiligo often does. If you notice matching light patches on opposite sides of your body, that's worth paying attention to. Sign 4. Premature white or gray hair. Sign 4 isn't on your skin at all. It's in your hair. Vitiligo can affect the pigment cells inside hair follicles too. That can show up as a white streak, gray eyebrows, even lighter eyelashes, especially in someone under 30. Most people write this off as early aging, but when it shows up alongside skin changes, the two may be connected. Sign 5. Patches that sunburn easily. Sign 5 shows up the next time you're out in the sun. Skin that's lost pigment has lost its natural protection too. So early vitiligo patches can burn faster and more easily than the skin around them. If one small area on your body always seems to burn first, even through sunscreen, that's worth noticing. It's not just sensitive skin. It may be an early pigment change before patches appear. Sign 6 is easy to dismiss. Some people notice mild itching in one specific spot, right before a pale patch shows up there. Vitiligo usually isn't painful, and most patches don't itch once they're established. But during the active, early phase, some people do notice this small, temporary irritation. If it's followed by a lighter patch in that same spot, that's not a coincidence. Sign 7. Changes inside the mouth or nose. Sign 7 is the one almost nobody checks. Vitiligo doesn't only affect the skin you can see, it can also affect mucous membranes. Inside the mouth, inside the nose, genital areas, these changes get missed simply because we don't look there. But for some people, this is actually where vitiligo shows up first. Why early detection matters. So why does catching these signs early actually matter? Because vitiligo tends to respond better to treatment when it's caught in its active, early stage. Dermatologists have more options available before pigment loss becomes fully established. That doesn't mean early treatment guarantees full repigmentation, but it does mean earlier conversations and earlier options. One more thing to watch. Here's a bonus sign worth mentioning. Vitiligo is closely linked to thyroid conditions. If you notice these skin changes alongside fatigue, weight changes, or other unexplained symptoms, it's worth asking your doctor about both at the same time. They may be more connected than they seem. So, there you have it. 7 early signs of vitiligo that go far beyond a simple white patch. Faint fading, friction area spots, symmetry, hair changes, sun sensitivity, itching, and changes you can't even see in the mirror. None of these alone means you have vitiligo, but together, they're worth paying attention to. If you found this helpful, subscribe for next part, where we'll cover vitiligo myths you should stop believing.